6 years after it was made, the call from the heart has now been answered with a no from Australians. As the sun set on a year of gruelling debate, Anthony Albanese accepted responsibility.
While tonight's result is not one that I had hoped for, I absolutely respect the decision of the Australian people and the democratic process that has delivered it.
Polling trends predicted the Voice would fail, but Yes campaigners didn't expect such a resounding no.
This is a very difficult result. This is a very hard result.
With no votes from around 60% of the country and more than half of Labor's own electorates voting against the proposal, there's clear soul-searching to be done on the campaign strategy.
Referendums are tough to win. It doesn't help if you don't have bipartisanship. I know that as I travelled across the country, I think I spent more time trying to correct misinformation and disinformation out there.
This country going to the referendum to decide on our destiny was the wrong thing to do.
There are some putting pressure on the opposition leader, Peter Dutton, to make good on his pledge for another referendum.
He indicated very clearly to the Australian population that if this referendum failed, he would then take another referendum to the population. That's up to Mr Dutton to then progress that.
They haven't rejected Indigenous Australians. They've rejected the Voice and the government's proposal.
While Peter Dutton's position was successful, the referendum casts further doubt on any pathway to government for the coalition. Almost all of the Teal independents brought their electorates with them in a yes vote, signalling those voters are continuing to drift away from the Liberal Party. In the wake of defeat, Aboriginal communities urged to draw on their resilience.
We have survived for 65,000 years. There is no other culture as resilient as us. We'll get back up and we come back with fire. The problems need to be solved. We come back to the table and we move.
To all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, I want to say this. I know the last few months have been tough, but be proud of who you are. Be proud of your identity.
The referendum was the culmination of a generation of advocacy work by Indigenous leaders. With the Voice now crushed under the weight of a no vote, some campaigners are asking for space and silence.
Now is the time for silence, to mourn and deeply consider the consequence of this outcome.
While an enshrined voice is no longer an option, there are still processes underway around the country for voices to be heard at a state and territory level. Nationally, attention will now turn to the other parts of the Uluru Statement from the Heart, being the Makarrata Commission for Truth-Telling and Treaty, which gets its name from the Yolngu language, meaning coming together after a struggle, something the country must now seek to do. Dana Morse, ABC News.